Spring at Blueberry Bay by Holly Martin. Narrated by Penny Andrews. Chapter 1. Bella Roussel looked up at the tangerine sky as the sun set into the sea over Hope Island. She could look at that view 1,000 times and never get bored. It never failed to make her smile either. Growing up on the tiny island, she knew plenty of people that were immune to the beauty of the place. Many of her school friends had grown up and moved away. But she was sure she would always love it. The Isles of Scilly were absolutely among her favourite places in the world. Even the fact that she was going home to a bowl of porridge for her dinner for the 10th meal in a row couldn't dampen her spirits. She turned into her road. Blossom Grove was a horseshoe of cottages in every colour of the rainbow, facing out onto a little green. All the cottages were named after their house colours, and with names like Sapphire, Emerald and Ruby Cottage, she felt like she was living in a treasure trove. She loved this part of the island. Lots of new houses had popped up on the far side over the last few years, all uniform, red brick identical houses with no soul. But here, on her street, were all the old houses that had been there for hundreds of years. They had lumps and bumps, uneven roofs, large windows and cobbled paths. Some were thatched, some had slate tile roofs, but all of them were cute and characterful. Blossom Grove was the most expensive part of the island, mainly because of the panoramic views from the top of the hill of the harbour, the long, beautiful Buttercup Beach and the sea beyond. The only way she could afford the rent was because her uncle was the landlord. Even though Finn had assured her the rent was a fair amount, she knew in truth it should be double or even triple what she was paying. She hated the thought that he was losing money because he was renting to her. She knew he didn't need the money, but the fact that he was family and she had just missed her rent payment for the first time made it worse. It was a temporary measure, a little setback, and as of Monday she was going to get a fantastic new job working for the Umbrella Foundation. Yes, she had a panel interview to get through, and yes, the company was notoriously picky when it came to employing new staff. But she was absolutely the best person for the job, and she would just have to prove it to them. Then she could pay back her uncle, hopefully before he noticed, pay off any other debts too, and she might even be able to get some decent food in for once. Mr. Kemble from Jade Cottage waved at her as she walked past, and she somehow knew there'd be some kind of cake from him sitting on her doorstep when she got there. Although no one, not even her family, knew of her dire financial situation, the cakes had started appearing a lot more regularly lately, as if somehow he knew that she didn't have a penny to her name. Dorothy from Indigo Cottage came running out of her gate as Bella passed, no doubt rushing off to play bingo at the local town hall or some other pressing social engagement. "Hello, Bella, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a few days." "That's because you're always so busy," Bella laughed. "You have a better social life than most of the people on this island." "It's good to keep busy. You can't just stay in your house every night with your books." "I like my books. They take me on adventures, introduce me to dashing heroes, fly me to foreign lands." Books also didn't judge her or pick on her for being different. They were loyal, steadfast, and always made her feel happy. "You need to be having adventures of your own. Meet a nice young man." Bella smiled. Most of the people on the island wanted to see her married off. As far as they were concerned, she needed a nice man to look after her, but Bella was more than happy on her own. She'd had a few boyfriends over the years, but nothing serious. Relationships were just another way for Bella to get hurt, and she would prefer to keep her heart intact. "Anyway, must dash," Dorothy said. "I have a salsa lesson starting in 10 minutes. If I don't see you before, good luck with the job interview on Monday." Bella stared at her in surprise. The only people she had told about her job interview were her family, but somehow Dorothy had found out. Despite growing up on Hope Island, she'd never get used to how much people knew about everyone else's business. There were around 1,500 people who lived on the island, but many of them had changed over the years. A lot of the younger crowd had grown up and left. New people had moved there, and though she knew most of the people of the town by name, she'd
Sample complete. Ready to continue?